Hi class, today we're going to be discussing earthworms, gummy worms, and diary of a worm. How do they differ from one another, similarities they have, and where do they live? Okay class, so today's lesson objective is students will be able to recognize how earthworms help soil, and we will be able to identify their habitat by the end of this lesson. The subject area that we're going to be discovering and learning today is life science. So we'll be able to recognize and explain that living things are found all over Earth, but each is only able to live in habitats that meet its basic needs. Specifically, we're going to be discussing earthworms and learning about their habitat. Okay, so to begin, I want everyone to remain in their seats, and I have a little present for everyone. I'm going to be passing out a little bowl or plate of a gummy worm, and I want it to sit in the corner of your desk. Once everyone receives their gummy worm, let me know, and then we can continue on. Okay, students, so now that we all have our gummy worms, I want to gauge where we're at. So my first question is, what did the earthworm and Diary of a Worm do in the story to help our Earth's soil? I want everyone to participate. Yes, Samantha? What was that? Yes, the worm in the story helps our Earth by digging. You're right. He digs and makes tunnels in our soil. And one at a time, starting with Samantha and ending with Ben, I want you to state aloud one sentence that explains your thoughts and feelings about the main character of Diary of a Worm. Let's start with Samantha. Okay, you said, I love the worm. He went to school just like me. It's true. I love the worm because of that too. Okay, so let's begin by reviewing some of the diary entries of the worm and connecting that to what real earthworms experience. So on March 20th, when we dig tunnels, we help take care of the earth. This is true. March 30th, worms cannot walk upside down. Also true. And April 4th, the fishing season started, so we all dug deeper. True. And as you can see on the whiteboard, I have all the entries listed out that are true to real life earthworms. And I want to explain some facts about earthworms and how they help our soils and where they live. Earthworms live where there is moist soil, and they also live in materials of dead plants. And they only live a few centimeters down underground. These worms dig tunnels that help our Earth's soil. Oxygen is increased and brought from these tunnels. They open small little pores, spaces in soil that improves soil drainage. These worms go by the name ecosystem engineers. They're nicknamed ecosystem engineers because they help soil structure, help make nutrients more available, recycle organic materials, and are also used as a food source to predators so that they can eat. So I have on my table an arrangement of photographs to choose from of real life earthworms. I want every single one of you, starting with Samantha, ending with Ben, in a single file line, to pick one photo, your favorite, bring it back to your desk, and put it next to your gummy worm. Okay, now let's work together. So I'm handing out these compare and contrast worksheets, and we as a class are going to have an open class discussion about differences and similarities between the gummy worm and the earthworm. I want you to use the knowledge we just discovered previously to aid you in your compare and contrasting sheets. So first, I want everyone to spend about 5 minutes just jotting down notes yourself. I'm going to have mine on the whiteboard. And after those 5 minutes are up, I want you guys to give me new ideas for my sheet because I don't know the differences or similarities. Okay, since we finished up our compare and contrast worksheets between gummy worms and real earthworms, I want to group you guys up to work together as groups, teamwork. I already have a list of 3 to 4 students each that are going to group up. So Amy, Danny, Ben, Sammy, Jamie, Stephen. I want you guys to group up, and I need you guys to answer these questions that are written on the whiteboard. Question 1, come up with 3 benefits of earthworms in our ecosystem. What are these 3 benefits? Why do you think earthworms are nicknamed the ecosystem engineers? And question 3, name 5 places earthworms cannot live. And I want you to work as a team to come up with an answer. They're the answers. And before exiting your group, I need you guys as a group to come up with 2 brand new ideas that are different or similar between earthworms and gummy worms. So make sure you do not leave your groups before discovering 2 new differences or similarities. Thank you guys. Okay, everyone needs to go back to their seats. And I have a small bowl of gummy worms that you can eat during this worksheet. I'm going to be passing them out right now. Did everyone get them? Okay, awesome. So now let's focus here. Let's focus on this, this work that we're going to be doing alone. I want you guys to fill out these sheets using fill in the blanks. There's going to be a little word bubble with our vocab words we discussed about benefits, habitat, and knowledge regarding the earthworms. And I want you guys to apply that knowledge into the sentences. So fill in the blanks. And on the back is going to be 2 bonus questions regarding diary of a worm and connecting that to real earthworms. So before we can conclude this lesson and wrap it up, I have exit slips for everybody. Every student, everyone in this classroom must fill out their exit slip before we conclude this and wrap up this lesson. You must answer the 3 questions. Number 1, where do earthworms live? Number 2, do earthworms benefit our ecosystem? And number 3, what new information have you learned during this lesson? Use the knowledge we've learned as a group and as a classroom to answer these questions. It helps me understand that you guys understand the subject from today. And also, let's spend the next 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes talking about any concerns, thoughts, feelings, opinions, how I can improve this lesson to help benefit your experience. And I also have stickers to hand out. So let's talk about that, and let me pass out those stickers to congratulate you guys on your process, on your progress. Thank you. Third question is, what will you take away as a future teacher? In the future, I will take away the gradual release process and using reflections and assessments to gauge where my students are within the lesson and whether that lesson was successful.